Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you Monday, July 19th. The year's 2021. Let's talk trading. Good trading is repetitive. So is bad. With Walmal. As always, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and from Walmal's. Walmal, we came up with this idea last week, so I'll let you kick it off.
Yeah, it's this whole idea, when we're trading, and I see people do this all the time, and I'm going to be, I'll admit it myself that sometimes I do the same thing. So it's not just, newbies or whatever you want to call people, but, we all tend to do it. And that is that we get into this environment where we're taking trades, and it's like one good trade after another. And I'm not necessarily even saying that we're winning each trade. I'm just saying we're taking good trades. In other words, we do everything. We follow our rules. We do everything we're supposed to do. We look left. We look at our meters. We look at where price is. We're paying attention. We're quick on the draw. And when I say quick on the draw, I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean when the method says to go, we go and take it. When the method says to get out, we go and take it. We're doing all those things over and over, and we just keep on doing it. And we seem to sometimes just build on that and just keep on doing it over and over and over again. And, we're taking lots of wins and a loss here or there. It's like today, I had a really good day today. I've taken 14 trades today, and, I've got 2 losses and relatively small losses, and the rest are all winners. And it's just a really good day. And I go back, I just went back and looked at all my trades, and, I really can't find fault with any of the trades that I took. Even the losers, there's nothing that I did wrong there. It all, did it. So everything,
Well, wait a minute. You told me, I'm going to bust you. You said you did an airball trade.
I did do an airball trade, but but I had a reason for that airball trade. So I'm going to go and say, hey, that's okay.
You equivocator.
Well, I think the reason why I did it was that airball trade was that just to go and be upfront with everything. I don't remember, it was either a 25 line or a 50 line, and it was sort of like the price had turned around, and I gotten a black M5 candle, and it was going to cross that line again. So it was a line cross. It was out in the middle of nowhere though, so it's really not my trade. So that's why I call that an airball trade. But also, as I admitted to you, that the moment I was in profit, it had a nice little profit on there. I bashed out of that thing quicker, quicker than you can go and even think.
No,
So,
I thought that was the one where you took a 3-pip loss and then you made it up.
That's right. I did take a 3-pip loss on that. You're exactly right. But but I didn't make any mistakes on it, other than the fact I probably shouldn't have taken the trade.
Yeah, so that was your mistake. You shouldn't have taken a trade, but you didn't make a second mistake because
I didn't make a second mistake. You're right. So thank you for clarifying my memory. But
the mind's a terrible thing to lose, Walter.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know the expression, right? And that is that the best thing about Alzheimer's is you meet new friends every day.
Yeah.
But in any case, for the most part, it was a really good day, and I was doing what I was supposed to do. There was really no pressure on me for the day. Especially because once I had made goal, then it was sort of like, I'm still trading. I've done what I've needed to do for the day. And I was able to go and pick up a bunch of additional winners on it. So it was really easy to go and do it. And trading sometimes on those days, seems to go so easy, and that's just the way it is. In fact, I think you mentioned it in a video last week. There was a trader went and said, this is getting boring. I wish I could have more losses. Well, first of all, no, that's not true. You really never want more losses. But at the same time, when you're trading well and you're following your rules, and you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, and the market is being cooperative to you, man, that's a good feeling. It really, truly is. And it can become very, very repetitive over and over and over again. And you just go and do it over and over and over again. You just keep on doing it. And, I know you have your idea of, milking the cows, every day, get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go out there. And I know you're doing this with the stock market, but go out there, every day, 5 o'clock in the morning, find those cows, and go and milk them those cows every single day. That can be very, very repetitive, you know, and as long as you're trading well and doing what you're supposed to be doing, that can be very, very profitable. But, you know, there's a second half to that, and I think this is where traders get themselves into trouble. They make a mistake. Like, you know, as you pointed out, I made a mistake, you know, and if you go and continue to make those mistakes, that's when you start to get yourselves in trouble.
Yeah,
because
I was going to point out something. Because I made the weekly opening gap video and just posted it about an hour or so ago, because I was having some technical difficulties with the network. But I was talking about, there was traders who were asking me about the H1 candle color. And I was telling them, you know, like in the rat zone, for example, if you're having a problem, go up to H1. And when I made the video, we had a big red candle was putting in a new daily low. And if you look back last hour, that candle was green. It opened, that H1 candle opened. It went down, tested the low, turned around, turned green, and shot out of the rat zone. There were pips to be made. It's like, this is repetitive. It happens every day. This is boring, you know. But the thing is, you know, but you don't want to make the mistake. If you're getting burned on the M5 or M15 chart, just move up a time frame, and then you just have to wait. You just have to not make the mistake of rushing in the first time you see something green. It's like, no, I'll wait for that H1, because I know you don't even have to use statistics. You can use empirical evidence. Just look at the chart every day. Do you see it doing the same thing? You know, that's repetitive. You know, don't repeat mistakes. You know, repeat things that are success.
That's exactly right, you know, and you just see it, and you just go and just jump on the opportunities. And you know, I love the idea of what you say about going up to M5, go up to an M15, go up to an M30 or a 1 hour candle, whatever it is, just jump to the next higher time frame until you find your sweet spot. The problem with, you know, I love trading on the M1 as you know, but the problem with trading on the M1, I think we had a discussion about this morning, is that sometimes that M1 candle is just, you know, all it is just, it's, you know, I don't want to call it noise, but what it is just, it's market movement.
Yeah, fluctuation.
Yeah, it's just fluctuation, and you can't take that. You know, sometimes you can't take that into consideration, especially if you're not trying to get 15 or 20 or 30 pips. You know, the market fluctuation doesn't mean anything if you're trying to get, you know, 30 pips. Market fluctuation means a lot if you're only trying to get 5 pips. You know, and there's a big difference there. And so you just jump up to the next time frame. What does that do for you? Well, first of all, it means that, you know, you got to wait 5 minutes to do something. That gives you a lot of time to go back and check everything. You know, the advantage of the M1 candle is that you get lots of opportunities to jump into trades. Disadvantage is a lot of times you don't have time to go and look and say, hey, did I check this? Did I check that? Did I look left? Am I breaking this? Am I breaking that? You know, am I running into a wall? You know, you don't have time to do all that stuff. You only may have time to go and do maybe 1 or 2 things, or maybe even no things. And whereas with the 5-minute calendar, you got 5 minutes to figure all those things out. You know, the advantage of all of your indicators, TRO, is that, you know, we can have a lot of that stuff painted on the screen, but, you know, and I can't be the only one, but one of the things that I find happens a lot of times is, yeah, it's painted on my screen and they're just there. You're not even paying attention to it. They're just there.
Right.
So get yourself into a good habit. You know, because good habits form repetition. And, you know, what I mean by that is, okay, before I pull that trigger, okay, look at all those things on the screen. You know, we were talking about it earlier, that sometimes, you know, you saying that you look at the meters, look at all your monitors, and look at that before you go pull a trigger. And I admitted to you that a lot of times I don't glance, because that's the word you use. I don't glance at them until after I've pulled the trigger, and then it's, you know, I've already pulled the trigger. It's too late to do anything at that point.
Right.
The only thing I can do is get out.
Yeah, because I pulled up the screen here that shows the daily range, and now the pound's at 108 pips, and it's like I haven't seen this many pairs over 100. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs over 200 pips for the day, and like you pointed out to me, there's not even any red news today. What the heck is going on?
Yeah, there's nothing. There's no news out there at all to be driving the market. Normally, when you see days like that, it's because something happened. Some type of news somewhere went and happened. The only thing that's news that really happened, but it's not even something that's really tracked, is that OPEC went and came out with an announcement saying that they were going to up the amount of oil output. But that's not something that's really even tracked. So it's kind of interesting. It still went and moved all those different pairs, all at the same time. And it's normally that'll move any pair that's any pair that's crossed with the dollar, not other ones. But it's just interesting that that's happening today.
Yeah, but it's kind of schizophrenic. I mean, the pound's 84 pips below its open, but the dollar yen's 61 pips below its open. I mean, this is just crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It's it doesn't make any sense. You would think that, okay, so they're increasing the amount of output. Well, what should that do? That should drive the dollar stronger. Okay, because and the reason why is because the dollar is crude is traded on the dollar, so that means there's going to be more crude that's moved. Therefore, there's going to be more dollars that are going to be needed. Therefore, it should go and drive the dollar up. Well, yeah, it drove the dollar up on the pound, but what did it do on the yen? It's kind of funny.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, and then the pound yen is down 181 pips. So
yeah, it's the news. It's all over the place, and Now the great thing about that, us as traders, is the type of trading that we do. Here's what I think about all that. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm not going to trade myself into the middle of an NFP report. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
That's foolish. Unless you have a tried and true way to go and do that. And there are people out there that have different ways that they can straddle it and all the different types of methods and make money on it. Well, more power to them. But my methods don't work with that. My method says stay away. Statistically, those are going to create anomalies to the statistics. In other words, they're going to cause outliers in the statistics. I don't want to trade outliers. I want to go and trade something that makes more sense. So I'm going to, NFP comes along, and I know, Tiro, you can back me up on this. It's sort of like, oh, we got NFP on Friday, okay? Guess what? I'm stopped trading at 8 o'clock, and I'm not trading again until 9 o'clock Eastern time. I'm going to wait that entire hour, unless I go and see something that says, okay, the market's settled down, and now I'm at a place where it makes sense. But for the most part, I'm just not going to trade it. It's just, to me, it's just not worth it because it's just, my methods don't make sense in that time.
Right. And, part of the thing about, good trading is repetitive and so is bad is, when people go on tilt, they make one mistake, then they're on tilt and they just keep making mistake after mistake. That's when you have to say, nope. I was going to actually title a video, make only one mistake.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly right. Because I know that, generally speaking, if I make a mistake, I go and check my emotion. I check where my head is and make a determination what I'm going to do.
You go feed the chickens.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go outside, feed the chickens. I'll go outside, pick tomatoes because we're, tomato harvest season here. I'll go and do something like that for a half hour just to clear my head before I sit back down. Or if it's towards the end of the day, like it's right now where it's, 12:15 Eastern time right now as we make this video, you know what? Goodbye. See you tomorrow, market. I don't need you today. I'm not gonna. Why mess things up?
Exactly.
Why? I said to you earlier. Why? Because I actually used one of your phrases. Why take a good day and make it into a bad day?
Exactly.
There's no reason. Okay, you made a mistake. Now, if your mistake is first thing in the morning, and you've got control of your emotion, you got control of what you did, you realize what you did. Okay, well, yeah, continue trading. That's okay, but just make sure that you got the right headspace.
Yeah, and we're going to end with that because the fastest 15 minutes is trading is up, and we will definitely continue talking about this week. So, fellow traders, don't make more than one mistake. It's just that simple at a time. So this is TheRumpledOne telling you that it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. And I am over and out.